millions and more than $65 million invested in the tank so far. Shark Tank has inspired a nation to dream big.
Wow. We're witnessing the age of unmanned flight.
We're raising the next generation of entrepreneurs.
So who's ready to light the world on fire?
And made entrepreneurs our new heroes.
This is my idea. I want to make this into something big.
That's the American dream.
We've been building robots since we were in middle school.
The best product of season 7 so far. America, you are welcome.
But first, the entrepreneurs must wow the sharks with their ingenuity.
Get that twisted around. The more you get the board twisting, the more you're going to feel it. There you go.
Get low, get low.
Hard work.
And the dude has got fire in his belly like you've never seen.
And determination.
This is my passion. This is my destiny. I'm supposed to be here. I can do this.
You've got to give up this crying stuff. The minute a woman cries, you're giving away your power.
Only in the tank can a shark's bite make you bleed.
I would just feel stupid investing in this.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
You can't come in here not knowing your numbers. This is the Shark Tank. We're going to kill you.
Or change your life forever.
I make millionaires. It's what I do.
I want you in my corner.
You're the real deal.
I'm going to create success no matter what.
Give us an offer.
And this season, new cutting-edge sharks will change the game. Billionaire Silicon Valley titan Chris Sacca.
If Chris is willing to accept my hand,
Look, you're willing to
back in.
share because you're swimming in my wake. You're riding my coattails. You know what I can bring.
Music industry pioneer, tech investor, and branding expert Troy Carter.
There's another kid in the garage that wants to eat your lunch. I just don't see that happening. And I don't see my investment happening. I'm out.
And tonight, prolific investor and venture capitalist Ashton Kutcher joins the tank.
Let's talk about demand. If you have real demand, you can't keep the product on shelf. If you have manufacturing constraints, that's demand.
It's a brand new season of Shark Tank.
You're not listening. No, you're not listening.
I don't care, Mark.
You're belittling people, and that's
I'm
not okay.
Don't give me that bull.
I want an answer.
She gave you an answer.
Kind of spicy, right?
And it all starts now.
Let's do this.
First into the tank is One Dad's solution to make babies' feeding time easier.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Martin Hill, and I am the owner and creator of the Bebo. I am seeking a $200,000 investment in exchange for a 20% equity stake in my company. Parents have been bottle feeding their babies the same way for over 150 years. Baby in one hand, bottle in the other. I have created a product that enhances the way parents bottle feed, taking this precious moment and making it better. I am very proud to introduce you to the Bebo, a better way to bottle feed.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
The Bebo is pediatrician approved and easy to use. You simply place the Bebo over either shoulder, insert your baby's bottle, and then rotate to the desired feeding angle. You can even rotate the bottle up and out of the way for burping or playtime. The Bebo frees up a hand during feeding, allowing you to read to your baby, caress your baby, even enjoy family meals together. So Sharks, who wants to join me in giving parents and babies that helping hand they need and deserve? I've got samples for you.
Ashton, isn't your baby here? Why don't you go grab her?
I'm pretty sure my baby's a not on camera baby. I'm fairly certain that that's part of the equation.
Oh, thank you. Let me grab one to Laura. She has a hard time reaching.
If you just hold on to them for 1 second, I'll show you the best, easiest way to use them. Some people like to put it a little bit low because of what it looks like. So,
how many different kinds of bottles can you use for this? Like, certain babies love the Dr. Brown, some like this Tomo Comos.
Man, you know your bottles.
Hey, listen, I'm on dad duty.
so this is made out of a very soft skin, so that it's watertight, flexible foam.
Martin, let me have the kid.
It's basically an extra hand. Carlos or Bob?
Yeah, I'll go with this, you know.
Bob.
Ashton, you're a father right now. Why don't you check this out? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Came on.
You look good.
You're a little.
I like it.
Get it.
And this is for next time when you have twins.
There you go.
There we go.
We do get a lot of people with twins buying this.
Martin, how did you come up with this?
I'm an electrical engineer by trade. My little boy Jacob, he went through a phase of really struggling with his bottle. So I came up with this idea because he was his most relaxed when I was reading a book to him. I made my prototype in my garage. I started using it, and every time he'd suck his bottle dry.
How much have you sold?
We've sold about $20,000 worth since February.
And how much does each unit sell
What's the
for,
cost
and
per
what do they cost you?
Sure. The MSRP is $39.95, and the manufactured cost per good so far per unit to me is $10.86. So in February, we only sold about $1,800. In March, we more than doubled that. We are starting to get kind of inundated with buyers right now. We're being contacted by some big box retail,
You have nothing
and
in
what-
retail now.
No, nothing.
Can I see a package, Martin?
Yeah, sure.
Did you do all of the packaging yourself, the designing of the packaging?
I had a lot of say in it.
It doesn't really tell you what it is. It's hard. I mean, I think you'd struggle with this packaging in retail.
That's part of the funding. You know, we're going to do a whole brand refresh.
Is your patent issued right now?
The utility patent is fully issued.
Why did you name it Bebo?
So when I invented my first prototype, I used to call it the Booby.
Booby. I like Booby. I like Booby better.
So that got shut down by my wife.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
It is. I thought so too.
I like this product. It's very simple. The messaging is weak on the retail package, but I think the utility of it makes a lot of sense. In my baby feeding days, I really had a lot of trouble with the whole deal with the bottle. I'll make you an offer. I'll give you the $200,000 for 33 1/3%. I think the product in retail will be successful after being repackaged. You're going to need more cash, but I like it. That's a very simple deal. Straight up, I'll take a third of the business. I'll give you $200,000.
How much of your own money have you invested in this, and what are your projections on sales for the next year?
So we've invested about $180,000 from day one.
And your projections over the next year?
Okay, so my goal for year one is 14,000 units. The reason why that's there is because of manufacturing constraints. Right now we only have one set of molds. And then next year my goal is to start ramping up more into big box retail.
Martin, look, you've done an amazing job with that. I admire the fact that you put up $180,000 to start this business. I love people that are all in.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I've had a baby, and I had every problem you can imagine and found ways to solve it.
Yep.
You know, I never remember this being a problem for me. I just don't see the pain. I'm out.
All right, thank you.
You know, I think it's a great product, but from my end, it wouldn't come to my mind to think that I'd need an additional tool, right? Even if it's messy in my case, or you know, fidgety or whatever, I still wouldn't think that, okay, I need to solve this problem. And for that reason, I'm out.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I think what you built here is really cool. One of my favorite things to do is actually feed her and have that moment.
Yeah.
Well, I think my expertise would be more valuable to you later down the road when you need to really push a marketing campaign. I think I could help you do a lot of those things. I frankly, when it comes to manufacturing hard goods, getting them done at the right price point, I don't think I'm going to be very helpful there.
Okay.
So for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you.
So I would like to make an offer, $200,000 at 30%. Ashton, I'd like you to participate because I do think as a new dad and with all of your social and marketing connections, etc., I have the end of all the retail. And being able to also manufacture this, I think, at a much better price.
Yep.
I also am an expert at packaging and making things just fly off the shelf really
I know you
fast.
are.
That's
Yeah.
one of my sweet spots. So I would like to make you that offer. I would like you to come in with me, Ashton.
I would split that deal with you. 100,000, 100,000, 30%, 15, 15.
15, 15.
Okay.
There you go. So you got two offers.
There was actually two people that I had my eye on when I walked in here. Laurie and Ashton, you were the two. I would love to blow this up worldwide with you guys.
Woohoo!
Are you taking the deal?
Match made in
Absolutely.
heaven.
Nice.
There you go.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. That'll be
Congrats
fun.
on the little one.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Thank you.
Congrats, Martin.
Thanks.
I love it.
Congrats, Ashton.
Congrats.
First Shark Tank deal.
Ashton, first deal.
First deal.
Next up is a unique innovation in personal transportation.
I'm Peter Treadway, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. My company is Acton. I am here seeking $1 million in exchange for 3.5% of my company.
Wow.
Sharks, we know transportation is destined to change. At Acton, we design and manufacture wearable transportation. Rocket skates. Rocket skates are the world's smallest electric vehicle. Step into a pair of rocket skates, and you can go anywhere at any time. You simply press down on your heel to activate the motors, and then you push off to glide along. Rocket skates will take you up to 10 miles an hour. They'll keep you going for 10 miles on a single charge. They communicate wirelessly with each other so that they maintain the same speeds, and they are completely controlled by your feet, no remote whatsoever. We've been promised this future for generations, and now, ladies and gentlemen, your future has arrived.
The electric boogaloo is back.
Can we try them?
Yes, you may.
Oh my gosh.
Ashton, come on, let's try them.
Oh man.
Here, let me get you set up.
Is it like a Segway on your feet?
You know, some people describe it that way. Put your right foot in there.
Any shoe, right? It doesn't have to be a soft sole. Or
Well,
hard
that's
sole.
right, and you can't wear heels, but they are pretty good with any other type of shoes.
This is going to end badly.
Where's my camera?
So I have them on beginner mode, and once you push off, the motors will kick in. There.
Oh.
There.
Boy, we really got this.
Yeah.
Shut up, Ashton.
One last shark. Watch the fish tank.
All right, your turn.
I'm good.
Wonderful.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa. Lean forward.
Prime time, national TV, Bozo.
All right, it's kind of cool once you get going. It's harder than it looks.
It looks hard.
So Peter, obviously there's a learning curve, and you've gone through many people trying these out. How long you think it's going to take for somebody to get proficient where they don't need to be held up and look like they're on their way to the retirement home?
Well, I mean,
Nobody held me.
Yeah.
most of our customers are college students and younger, and for most of them, they just get on and start riding right away.
Peter, how much are they? How much do you sell them for?
These are $4.99, $5.99, and $6.99. So
what's the difference?
The difference is range. So we have a 6, 8, and 10-mile version.
And how much does it cost you to make them?
Our cost structure is around, say, 40%.
So it costs you $200 to make the $4.99 version.
Somewhere around there.
Why are you being so variable about it?
Well, a lot of people watch the show.
You're looking for investors. You're looking for investors.
Yeah, it's a pretty accurate answer.
Peter, are people buying them as a toy?
People are buying them mostly for fun, but we get videos all the time from our customers who are using them to actually get to the train, to actually go to work.
Yeah, if you're on a campus, I mean, I used to roller skate around Indiana. I mean, that would have been badass.
Oh, Chris, you're definitely
Do you
on
have
train.
a patent on this?
2 utility patents, 4 design patents, and then we have 16 patents that are pending right now.
Peter, $30 million valuation. How is this a $100 million business? What are your sales?
Last year we had $1.5 million in sales, which is pretty much our first real year of sales. This year we're up to $2 million so far.
What channels?
Our website. And we have spent the first half of this year talking with a lot of big box stores, people like Target.
You're hoping to sell this at $500 in a Target?
Yes. But we do have a less expensive version.
Peter, based on the trajectory you've seen so far, what do you think you'll net this year?
10 million.
10 million? That's
Yes.
a hell of a ramp. Do you have enough money to build the inventory to put into retail to get that number?
And can you build that
Yes.
much?
We're talking with a couple of new factories, but the factories that we're working with at the moment are able to do hundreds of them every day, so we're getting that
How
started
many
in
a
the next
month?
couple.
Do you know how many thousand a month?
I don't know offhand.
What has your financing been to date?
We've had a $2 million seed round, and we've just closed the first tranche of our A round, which was $2.5 million.
An additional $2.5 million.
That's right.
What was the value of that?
$2.5 million. Forgive me, the numbers are a little jumbled in my head right now, but it was, somewhere around 20.
$20 million pre-money valuation,
Somewhere
another $2.5 million went in?
Somewhere around there.
Peter, what's your monthly burn right now, and what's your break-even point?
The break-even point is happening as we speak, and we're at about $100,000 a month.
So, Peter, I love the technology. I've always thought this is such a huge market, especially for commuters. Here's what I don't like. You've raised, 2 rounds?
Yes, 2 rounds.
You've priced in a $28 million valuation. You need incredible executional excellence all along the path for me at 3.5% to get a great return. So the only way I'll ever make money is if you hit it out of the ballpark.
Well, let's do that.
Good answer.
I'm holding the bat out. This is going out.
I'm a believer.
It's going out.
I get it. I'll definitely buy them, but you know, honestly, you're not going to lower your value by half. I just know that. You came here with a very specific value.
Obviously, we have other investors, and we can't, you know, throw the valuation around too much. But I came here to make a deal, so that is. I mean, I'm not here by mistake. This is a great moment for me and for our company.
It's fun. 3.5% at a 28 million valuation isn't fun for me. I'm out.
I'm in the place where $1 million for 3.5% doesn't show me the love. It just doesn't make me feel as wonderful as I know I really am.
So how wonderful would you like to feel?
No, but it's just,
I'll make this even simpler, because you are just wonderful, and I think you have some real interest here, and I think that if your price is right, you may be in. I don't think there's a price that's right that gets me in. I think you're inspiring, because I think you dream big, and I think that you see the world differently than other people see it. I agree with you that this transportation shift is emerging right now, and it's going to happen. I think there are a lot of other people that are in your space that are trying to do their various versions of it. When I watched you guys come in, and you guys are the experts, I didn't go, man, I want to get on those. I think the skates, they're good. I think that they're a ways away from being mass consumer. I think I would be far more interested if I looked at the product and went, man, I want to get on those. And for me to really get behind something, I've got to love the product. So I'm gonna step out.
I will say I love invention, obviously. Being an inventor, made a lot of products over the years. I think it's very clever, but what bothers me a little bit is I almost feel like you came in here feeling like for sure you were going to get something, so you didn't have to try too hard. Or you have all your other seed rounds, so you don't need to try too hard. And I'm not the one to sit here and say this kind of thing. My gut tells me that you're not really dying for a deal here today.
Two sharks are out, and Lori is skeptical about Peter's motivation to make a deal for his electric-powered skate company, Acton Rocket Skates.
My gut tells me that you're not really dying for a deal here today.
I mean, I am here to make a deal. I've presented my numbers that we'd like to see, but I'm capable of negotiating this.
I'm out.
Well, I'll go next. I think you're here for a deal. I like what you're doing. I agree that personal transportation is just going to explode. I don't think there's going to be anything that keeps people from trying to be more efficient and faster in how they go from place to place on their own. But when I asked you about the numbers, you were all over the map with your presentation. I don't think it was concise enough for me to feel confident. For that reason, I'm out.
Understood.
So one shark left.
I look at the risk return on this deal. High risk, and the only way I get a great return is if you absolutely blow it out. And I think you're going to have some bumps along the road. I'm not convinced you're going to be able to ship $10 million worth of these this year.
We are.
But it doesn't matter, because there's no way on earth I'd give you $1 million at 3.5%. It's a lot of dough. I think you've asked for too much in terms of what it's worth today. I would do $1 million for 15%.
Well, I mean, that's a big jump from where I am.
Oh, yes, it is.
What do you think about, say, 6% for $1 million?
That cuts the valuation in half, almost.
I'd have to be incentivized at a much, much higher equity position to take on the risk.
I would love to offer you something here. I can go a little higher than 6, but you haven't come down from 15.
No, because the way I feel it is, if I put the $1 million in at 15, I feel that I'll be diluted down to, who knows, 7.5% by the time you're finished raising money.
It's too high for what we
Not for me. It makes sense for me.
What's your counter?
7.
He just went to 7. He cut his valuation in half.
I don't care, Mark.
I wish I could go higher than that, but I do have the other investors
I
to
feel
consider.
good about the deal. The value add of being on Shark Tank and getting a deal is geometric, because you stay on Shark Tank, you stay on the platform. What you may get from this is a pop in online sales, but then you're going to drift off into oblivion because nobody stepped up to the plate on your valuation. That's what really happened here, Peter. You couldn't even get interested parties that may have liked this to give you $1 million at 3.5%. So my job is to make you pay the real price for getting this elusive platform on your side.
Well, I want to counter 8%.
I threw you a bone because I'm a generous man. I told you I had no flexibility. It was an offer. my only offer, and I strongly recommend you take it. I want 15%, yes or no?
Well, I'm going to have to say no then.
Then you're dead to me. Skate out of here.
Thank you so much.
Good luck, Peter.
luck.
Really appreciate it.
You made a huge mistake.
Bye-bye, thank you.
I thought he had way more flexibility than I ever thought he would.
I gave him right in the middle of the range of what it's worth.
No, you gave him well below the range of what it's worth. That's
I have to be paid for the risk I'm taking because I think what's going to happen here is this guy is not going to get anywhere near the sales he thought because the product's too expensive.
I agree. I agree.
We'll
I think he's
find
going to
out.
have a harder time than he thinks.
I'm here at the Fancy Food Show today in New York City because two of my investments, Scratch and Grain and Pipcorn, are here to exhibit their product. Gorgeous! The Fancy Food Show is the largest trade show for specialty foods in North America. All the big retailers are here. You've got Whole Foods, Costco, Trader Joe's, and we want to be on their shows.
Do you guys want some information to take with you too?
That'd be great. Our goal today is to connect with potential buyers, and if they like what they taste, we get orders. Have you heard about the cookie kit? Have a look at that.
Working with Barbara has been a delight, and having her at our booth is like having a buyer magnet. It's great.
If you're in the food business, this is the show to be at.
Meetings that would take months to schedule happen right at the show. So we have the buyers coming up, placing orders, and launching us into hundreds of stores right here, right now. I can hand you my card, and if you want to just shoot me an email.
Awesome. I invested in Pipcorn and Scratch and Grain for the same reason. They were led by great entrepreneurs. Since I've come on board, Scratch and Grain has over $400,000 in sales, and Pipcorn has reached almost $1.4 million. I'm so proud of you. As always,
Barbara truly is the greatest partner we could ever ask for.
She's smart, she knows exactly what she's doing, and she's willing to go above and beyond to help us at any time.
the satisfaction of seeing them come so far so fast, let me tell you, it's like watching magic. I'm the luckiest kid in town.
Shark Tank has changed our lives. We went from a little tiny company to a company that has value. It has done miracles for our business.
My name is Jess Sanchez McCleary. My company is McCleary Brothers, named after my twin 4-year-old boys, Jack and Ben. In 2008, my husband and I had a small publishing company that went under. It was devastating, and we lost everything. We even had to move in with his parents. But the silver lining was that it motivated me to start McCleary Brothers.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Growing my own small business has been an amazing experience, and it's been successful enough that my husband and I both work full-time in the business. Also, I get to help spur the economy of Detroit. We manufacture products here, we create jobs here, and it's important to me to be a positive part of the community. This is how I feed my family, and I need a deal from the Sharks so I can grow my company. From the day I started this business, I did it for my sons. I want them to be proud of what I built for them and our community.
Hi Sharks, my name is Jess Sanchez McCleary, and my company is McCleary Brothers, and I'm seeking $100,000 in exchange for 15% of my company. Typical drink mixers are loaded with artificial flavors, colors, and preservatives, but back in the 1700s, that's not how they did it. They mixed drinks with drinking vinegars called shrubs, and these colonial-era mixers are perfect for craft cocktail enthusiasts and individuals looking for a natural alternative to traditional sodas. And I'm bringing this old-fashioned favorite back and into the 21st century. Introducing McCleary Brothers Drinking Vinegars. Our drinking vinegars are made with organic, unpasteurized apple cider vinegar and only natural organic ingredients. Our vinegars liven up drinks and excite the consumer, introducing them to a vibrant, refreshing new flavor experience that will change the way they think of that age-old staple and classic preservative, vinegar. Now, who's thirsty?
Hit me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Cheers.
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 This one has our fig leaf drinking vinegar and gin, and it has also some citrus in there. I know there's a variety of...
Not enough gin.
Can't taste the alcohol. Alcohol.
Robert, you just killed that?
Thirsty man. We have extra.
Next. This one was really good. How about this one right here?
This one is our apple pie with bourbon.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, that's our signature flavor.
It's very good.
Can we see the packaging, some of the bottles?
This is our pineapple and fennel seed flavor.
Are these the same?
Yes, they're all the same flavor.
Oh.
It's good for you.
Oh.
Jess, what's the backstory on the product?
So when I started McClary Brothers, I was in culinary school. I started doing some research, and I liked old-fashioned preservation techniques because they had really simple ingredients and there wasn't a lot of artificial stuff in there. And when I came across this concept, it was just a total light bulb.
So you're using vinegar as the preservative instead of artificial preservatives,
Right,
is that it?
correct.
I'm not sure America's ready for vinegar right at the nostril. I mean, you know...
That's not true. There are like kombuchas, there are people that drink apple cider
And I hate
vinegar.
all those too.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But you're not the only palate.
Jess, it doesn't matter what I think, sales can prove me wrong. What do you got in sales?
We have been in business since 2012, and we have $305,000 in sales.
My wife drinks vinegar every day.
I do too.
Why?
I do too, because it's healthy.
So explain to me what the health reasons are.
Studies that have been done that have shown it will help reduce cholesterol levels, and it may help keep blood sugar levels from spiking dramatically after a meal.
Well, are you marketing this as a mixer, or are you marketing it as a beverage to be drinking straight?
Well, the way we try to market it is as a mixer, but there are a lot of people increasingly that are drinking it as a natural alternative to traditional sodas.
And just how are you going to grow your sales? Where do you see your growth coming from?
Well, we've just now started to get into larger restaurant chains that are looking to grab that higher margin craft cocktail customer, because as craft cocktails become cooler, it's harder for some of those larger chains
So
to
it
really
becomes
keep
a
competitive.
differentiated taste that you can't get many places.
Right.
And you're trying to be the go-to brand for that.
Exactly.
But can you estimate how big this market is? Are we talking a $500 million, 300, 200?
No.
How big?
10 million maybe?
10 million.
But if it breaks outside of vinegar, it can get really, really big. It's high-end mixers.
So for you to really grow, you've got to grow more customers.
They're trying to create a category.
I don't like that.
High-end vinegar mixers.
That's really hard to do.
It's been really great trying to move into that direction because bartenders love playing with something new.
I don't really drink hard liquor, so I'm not very knowledgeable in the arena. But I know enough about the medicinal properties of unpasteurized cider vinegar. I would see if you could do some type of independent laboratory testing where you could have more to say about mixing this with alcohol, maybe calmer stomach experience, or helps your digestion, whatever it is. I hope that you can figure that out. I think it's down the road for you a little bit. Good luck to you, but I'm out.
You know, you're at the absolute crux of a dilemma in terms of risk. And that's one of the reasons most people don't start a business. You have a good business, you started something from nothing. So now, do you take a business that's putting food on your table and risk it for the potential of going into something much wider? They'll require more money and more risk. I don't see how an investment today is going to help you, and in some ways it may actually hurt you. I'm out.
Jess, it's a great brand. It's a great look. It's a niche that you own, and you're profitable. If you can start getting more momentum and you start getting a little bit wider, I actually think you can pivot and grow this into a substantial business. But unlike my wife, I'm not a fan of vinegar drinks, so I'm out.
I look at it and say to myself, not everybody loves the taste of vinegar. So that really diminished. Now you're on your own due to passions you have about the vinegar thing, are trying to reintroduce something that isn't a natural in terms of preservation. It's a taste. It's a tiny market. You have the challenge of having to go reinvent this category for a whole new generation of people who aren't used to it. That's really pioneering. And what often happens to pioneers is they get a lot of arrows in their back, because not only do you have that problem, you also got to get distribution. Let's be honest with each other. It's 4 guys and a dog that drink this stuff, and maybe that'll change, but it's really small. Why are you doing this to yourself?
Here's the thing.
It's vinegar.
You're belittling people, and
No,
that's
I'm
not okay. Yeah,
I'm
you are.
asking a question, and I want an answer. It doesn't
She
matter.
gave you an answer. And if her
I
answer's
said I'm
not
out.
suitable, that's fine, but you don't have to belittle people.
I'm not
It's
belittling you.
cool.
I'm asking you why it can be big, because that's the only reason even you're not going to.
You know, I'll tell you
what
why
I
it
love
could
about
be
this?
big. I'll tell you why it could be big.
You're not going to write a check, though.
I think that what you have is extraordinary packaging. I think this is really, really beautiful. I think you're limiting yourself by staying in the vinegar mixer space. And I think that one of the things that you have to do is step back and really think about a broader vision for the company. These vinegar beverages are starting to trend. However, at this point, I don't think that you have a plan that's broad enough to get behind as an investor. So I'm out.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks so
Good
much.
luck, Jess.
Thank you.
Go out and crush it.
I feel good about my pitch. I feel good about the conversation we had. We are making a profit every year, so we'll get there. It's just going to take longer than we would like it to.
Next Next into the tank is a solution to a growing multi-billion-dollar problem.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Chris Gilpin, and I'm the president of Signal Vault LLC. I'm here today seeking $200,000 for 12.5% of my company. Sharks, I'm sure we've all received that phone call from the bank asking us if we have our debit cards because we're seeing some unusual activity in Timbuktu. As an identity theft and computer crimes expert, I can tell you that hackers can build a device that can steal your name, card number, expiration date, and security code from your card while it's still in your wallet or purse. Imagine I'm a hacker. You guys would all be vulnerable because you're within range of my scanner, which is outlined by this red tape. This wallet was turned in to the Shark Tank Lost and Found. And this is an RFID scanner that hackers can purchase online for as little as $25. Let's see the information we can capture with just a quick scan. Mr. Cuban, I think you may have dropped this. And that is why I developed the Signal Vault Credit and Debit Card Protector. And I'm going to show you how easily you can protect your wallet. Simply place a Signal Vault near your cards, and our e-fill technology makes your information invisible to hackers. Contrary to other anti-hacking solutions available, the Signal Vault never needs charging or batteries and fits in any wallet. So Sharks, I just need to know, who wants to help me protect millions of victims from the next crowd hack attack? I have some samples for you guys.
Are you going to get your wallet back?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is the Signal Vault? Is it the card?
The Signal Vault is the actual device, yes, and it is a combination of components that basically mask your credit card information.
But how do I apply it?
You would just simply take the Signal Vault and you would actually just place that in your wallet near your card.
You've got a chip in here.
Yes.
And how does the chip get activated?
It detects a signal from a scanner, for example, if someone walks past you, and that actually powers the chip in the Signal Vault.
So tell us about your business. How many are you selling? What's your revenues, etc.?
Okay, so I started the company a year and 9 months ago, and we've sold roughly 45,000 of them, selling them mainly on my website.
What are you selling for?
Selling for $14.95.
And what do they cost you for?
Cost me 75 cents to make them.
My man!
Great margins.
It's a great margin.
Today you've sold 45,000 cards. So what are your total sales so far?
Right over $300,000.
How much money have you invested in this company?
Okay, so I've invested $1 into this company.
Oh, no.
Okay, and let me explain. When I first had the idea for this, I told my fiance that I thought I would need about $8,000 to create the prototype, and in July of 2013, I purchased a lottery ticket. I realized I had hit 5 out of 6 numbers in the Florida Lotto, and I won $8,000.
You know, and that's a template for everybody to follow.
What's the volume of this theft currently?
Well, we're currently seeing $8 billion in losses every year in the United States. The U.S. accounts for half of the credit and debit card fraud worldwide.
What % of market share does your competitor have compared to what you have?
ID Stronghold is the monster in this space. He probably has 80%.
To me, this is about getting a brand that gives it credibility. So in my space, I do mutual funds. That's all about transparency and compliance with regulators and a brand. It's trust. People trust me. I'm very trustworthy. I like your deal, but you're not offering me enough. That's the problem. $200K, I will do your deal for 20%. And I'll endorse this technology to a lot of people who invest with me.
Listen, Chris. This is what I think I could do in 1 month alone on QVC with this item. I would like to make you an offer. I would like to go $200K for 18%.
Lori, I love your offer. I just worked really hard to get here, and
what's your counter?
I would first love to hear maybe astronaut.
I'll clean up the slate for you. I think what you have here is great, but I think it's a race. I think your competitor has most of the market share right now, and they probably have more capital to put behind that and drive it out. And so I'm going to step out of this. I'm out.
Thank you, Ash.
I offered you $200,000 for 20%.
You should take it.
The trouble is, the longer I listen, the less interested I'm getting. So you got to make a decision at some point.
No, you don't. I am making mine 15% because I really love it,
Discount
but
branding.
I really want you to see the value of me as well. and I'd like you to say yes.
My goal is to just make Signal Vault the household name.
That I can do for you. I can do that with lightning speed.
But you have to be with a brand that makes sense.
A really good offer.
This is tied to financial services. That's what this is.
No,
I'm not going to discount my deal, by the way. I'm going to stay right where I am because you got to pay more for me. I'm sorry,
Chris. So, Chris, I'm very interested. I see an entire security brand. I have a great security brand. I'm going to make you an offer.
One shark is out. Kevin and Lori both have offers on the table for Chris's credit card security product, Signal Vault. But internet security expert Robert Herjavec is also interested.
I see a two-pronged strategy. I love the idea of being on a QVC. I have a relationship with HSN. We're trying to build brands around it. I have the largest privately held enterprise security company in the world right now. I'll do the $200,000 for 15%. We'll get on that path to bring it into the data centers in order to offer a bigger service. No, it's
different. You need to blitz the market. You need to go all over.
I agree with you.
It's so powerful to be
This is miles away from Lori's brand. Robert has a credible branding on this.
What are you doing? What are you
frankly,
doing here?
in financial services, I'm
You
the
should
king.
not even be talking.
No, I should be because your deal's not going to happen,
That's
Lori.
ridiculous.
I smell the death of your deal.
No, I can tell that he sees the merit of me.
Not really.
And
yes, Lori, because he can see how this is related to a lipstick box.
Oh my God.
I get that I'm competing with Robert. He's our online security expert for enterprise, but I have to be given some credit for the financial services brand I have in America. I'm the only guy that actually sells to consumers right now under my own name. That's why my brand works. So I look at this and say, you should seriously consider what I'm offering you.
I'm seriously considering every offer.
Well, anyway,
It's
to finish what I was saying when I was so rudely interrupted.
$200,000 for 15%, $200,000 for 15%, $200,000 for 20%.
Yeah.
And
Look, what I've seen in my experience is that companies that come out with a consumer product and think their money is going to be made in enterprise don't realize how expensive and how long it takes. And so I think you're underplaying just how difficult that will be. And so for those reasons, I'm out.
You have such a simple product that you could have people out in force selling it.
Yes.
You could have QVC, Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, all the different retailers. You could have your online. You could have promotions.
Yes.
You could go to insurance
Every
companies.
shark can
You
do
could
that
do
for
it
you.
all.
We all do it.
But I will do it the best.
Chris, what are you going to do?
Robert, you are definitely one of the sharks that I wanted to work with. And Lori, of course, your connections with QVC are so you can't put a price on that. I would love for you guys to work together.
If you got two sharks, what's your counter?
My counter is $250,000 for your initial 18%.
Whoa.
Chris, if you want us both, you need to offer back better equity than 18%.
There's going to be a lot of work. This is what our team does. I think we're worth it.
I'm willing to do that. I'm definitely willing to add.
What is the equity that you would go up to?
I will do $200,000 for 25%, both you.
I'll do it. Will you?
I'm in. Done.
Yay! I love it.
Don't be so nervous.
I love it. We're going to blow this out. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Chris.
Striking a deal with Robert and Lori, they are my dream sharks. I know that we are destined for huge things.
After 6 seasons and more than $65 million invested in the tank so far, Shark Tank has inspired a nation to dream big.
Wow.
we're witnessing the age of unmanned flight.
We're raising the next generation of entrepreneurs.
So who's ready to light the world on fire?
And made entrepreneurs our new heroes.
This is my idea. I want to make this into something big.
That's the American dream.
We've been building robots since we were in middle school.
The best product of season 7 so far.
America, you are welcome.
But first, the entrepreneurs must wow the sharks with their ingenuity.
Get that twisted around. The more you get the board twisting, the more you're going to feel it.
There you go.
Get low, get low.
Hard work.
And the dude has got fire in his belly like you've never seen.
And determination.
This is my passion. This is my destiny. I'm supposed to be here. I can do this.
You gotta give up this crying stuff. The minute a woman cries, you're giving away your power.
Only in the tank can a shark's bite make you bleed.
I would just feel stupid investing in this.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
You can't come in here not knowing your numbers. This is the Shark Tank. We're going to kill you.
Or change your life forever.
I make millionaires. It's what I do.
I want you in my corner.
You're the real deal.
I'm going to create success no matter what.
Give us an offer.
And this season, new cutting-edge sharks will change the game. Billionaire Silicon Valley titan Chris Sacca.
If Chris is willing to accept my hand,
Look, you're willing to
back in.
share because you're swimming in my wake.
No,
You're riding my coattails. You know what I can bring.
Music industry pioneer, tech investor, and branding expert Troy Carter.
There's another kid in the garage that wants to eat your lunch. I just don't see that happening. And I don't see my investment happening. I'm out.
And tonight, prolific investor and venture capitalist Ashton Kutcher joins the tank.
Let's talk about demand. If you have real demand, you can't keep the product on shelf. You have manufacturing constraints. That's demand.
It's a brand new season of Shark Tank.
You're not listening. No, you're not listening.
I don't care, Mark.
You're belittling people, and that's
I'm
not okay.
Don't give me that bull.
I want an answer.
She gave you an answer.
Kind of spicy, right?
And it all starts now.
Let's do this.
First into the tank is One Dad's solution to make babies' feeding time easier.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Martin Hill, and I am the owner and creator of the Bebo. I am seeking a $200,000 investment in exchange for a 20% equity stake in my company. Parents have been bottle feeding their babies the same way for over 150 years. Baby in one hand, bottle in the other. I have created a product that enhances the way parents bottle feed, taking this precious moment and making it better. I am very proud to introduce you to the Bebo, a better way to bottle feed.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
The Bebo is pediatrician approved and easy to use. You simply place the Bebo over either shoulder, insert your baby's bottle, and then rotate to the desired feeding angle. You can even rotate the bottle up and out of the way for burping or playtime. The Bebo frees up a hand during feeding, allowing you to read to your baby, caress your baby, even enjoy family meals together. So Sharks, who wants to join me in giving parents and babies that helping hand they need and deserve? I've got samples for you.
Ashton, isn't your baby here? Why don't you go grab her?
I'm pretty sure my baby's a not on camera baby. I'm fairly certain that that's part of the equation.
Oh, thank you.
Very welcome.
Let me grab one to Laura. She has a hard time reaching.
If you just hold on to them for 1 second, I'll show you the best, easiest way to use them. Some people like to put it a little bit low because of what it looks like. So,
how many different kinds of bottles can you use for this? Like, certain babies love the Dr. Browns, some like this Tomo Comos.
Man, you know your bottles.
Hey, listen, I'm on dad duty.
so this is made out of a very soft skin, so that it's watertight, flexible foam.
Martin, let me have the kid.
It's basically an extra hand. Carlos or Bob?
Yeah, I'll go with this, you know. Ashton, you're a father right now. Why don't you check this out? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Came on.
You look good.
You're a little.
I like it.
Get it.
And this is for next time when you have twins.
There you go.
There we go.
We do get a lot of people with twins buying this.
Martin, how did you come up with this?
I'm an electrical engineer by trade. My little boy Jacob, he went through a phase of really struggling with his bottle. So I came up with this idea because he was his most relaxed when I was reading a book to him. I made my prototype in my garage. I started using it, and every time he'd suck his bottle dry.
How much have you sold?
We've sold about $20,000 worth since February.
And how much does each unit sell for, and what do they cost you?
Sure. The MSRP is $39.95, and the manufactured cost per good so far per unit to me is $10.86. So in February, we only sold about $1,800. In March, we more than doubled that. We are starting to get kind of inundated with buyers right now. We're being contacted by some big box retail.
You have nothing in retail now?
No, nothing.
Can I see a package, Martin?
Yeah, sure.
Did you do all of the packaging yourself, the designing of the packaging?
I had a lot of say in it.
It doesn't really tell you what it is. It's hard. I mean, I think you'd struggle with this packaging in retail.
That's part of the funding. You know, we're going to do a whole brand refresh.
Is your patent issued right now?
The utility patent is fully issued.
Why did you name it Bebo?
So when I invented my first prototype, I used to call it the Booby.
Booby, I like Booby. I like Booby better.
So that got shut down by my wife.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
It is. I thought so too.
I like this product. It's very simple. The messaging is weak on the retail package, but I think the utility of it makes a lot of sense. In my baby feeding days, I really had a lot of trouble with the whole deal with the bottle. I'll make you an offer. I'll give you the $200,000 for 33.33%. I think the product in retail will be successful after being repackaged. You're going to need more cash, but I like it. That's a very simple deal, straight up. I'll take a third of the business. I'll give you $200,000.
How much of your own money have you invested in this, and what are your projections on sales for the next year?
So we've invested about $180,000 from day one.
And your projections over the next year?
Okay, so my goal for year one is 14,000 units. The reason why that's there is because of manufacturing constraints. Right now we only have one set of molds. And then next year my goal is to start ramping up more into big box retail.
Martin, look, you've done an amazing job with that. I admire the fact that you put up $180,000 to start this business. I love people that are all in.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I've had a baby, and I had every problem you can imagine and found ways to solve it.
Yep.
You know, I never remember this being a problem for me. I just don't see the pain. I'm out.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's a great product, but from my end, it wouldn't come to my mind to think that I'd need an additional tool, right? Even if it's messy in my case, or fidgety or whatever, I still wouldn't think that, okay, I need to solve this problem. And for that reason, I'm out.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I think what you've built here is really cool. One of my favorite things to do is actually feed her and have that moment.
Yeah.
Well, I think my expertise would be more valuable to you later down the road when you need to really push a marketing campaign. I think I could help you do a lot of those things. I frankly